Hello and welcome to another video of Archons Only, where we try to beat Genshin Impact using only Archon characters. So as you can see here, we're still trying to complete this challenge using only Archon characters, and luckily for us, they still allow us to use any character that we want. In this case, they are trying to make us do, I think, bloom reactions, but again, we have Nahida and Venti in one side and Furina and sorry, Furina and Venti one side and Nahida and Raiden Shogun the other one. So there are not going to be any bloom reactions happening today, unless we have some Hydro enemies. So basically, what we're trying to do is try to complete this challenge, try to get the Primogems, that's the main goal, and see how other things we can actually get. And the whole thing is because we first want to get some Primogems, because I know that two Archons are going to show up very very soon. I would say maybe in the leftover of the year we're going to have two Archons, and we need to save a lot because, as you know, we actually spend our Primogems on a sword for Furina. And maybe this part has been already spent in Furina's weapon. I don't know, that's something you should pretend, but as you can see, Furina's weapon is not her main weapon, it's still using her pipe. So basically, all the Primogems that we're trying to get from here were going to be used, or were used basically, in trying to pull Furina's weapon. So the thing that we need to do is try to recover these Primogems that we used to actually get any other Archons. The good thing is that there are different events are going to happen. We have a new region coming, so that's a lot of Primogems. Then we have also the summer event that's also always giving us a lot of Primogems, and also other different things that are going to happen every time. We got even weird temple gift, I think, from Nubilet, which was like unexpected, but I'm not going to complain about that. And I hope they still make these kind of mistakes over and over again, so we can actually get more free Primogems, because that's what we need in this challenge. Again, I think our PT is 0 or 10, basically, that we don't. The last thing that we pulled for was Nahida in the character banner, so then it means like we actually need to get at least 90 wishes for a 5-star, and that's not even guaranteed. So that means that we need to get 180 at least Primogems to actually get an Archon, and then we need to do that twice. So it's going to be a lot of wishes, it's going to be a lot of Primogems to collect. I hope we don't have to go to hard PTs for both of them, and I hope we don't lose our 50-50 twice. So let's hope we don't need that many Primogems and we can actually survive what we do. I think I mentioned it before too, that if I have to choose between getting Zhongli or getting the Pyro Archon, I think I will choose Zhongli, because the Pyro Archon is, at least based on the previous regions, the new Archon is going to rerun sooner than the new Archon. That's what we saw. We got twice Furina, and only one time we got Zhongli. So then I will try to get the old Archon, which is less likely to rerun, and then try to get the new Archon to include a new character, a new element in our party. So a lot of changes are going to happen when that happens, basically. So it's going to be fun to try to see new builds that we can do to actually synergize between our characters. Maybe there are going to be new mechanics that we can do. So then that means that we need to do other things, maybe new weapons, maybe new artifacts, and also all the grinding that we have to do to level them up, like boss rush, even the weekly main bosses that we need to use for the talent ascension materials. That's something that we should do at some point. Now it's really fun because I can do I think 4 on the same day or in the same week, and that's whatever it's all your Primogems are being used for the 4 run. 3 of them half price and 1 of them full price. And the fun thing is that that's basically the 4 characters that I have. So then if we want to do 10, 10, 10 in their talents, we actually need to get them 4. So I think at some point I should reach the level of getting them all 10, 10, 10. So that means that we're going to have no more boss characters to actually run weekly, and we can repurpose those Primogems to other things. The other thing that we can start doing is start to farm things for Zhongli, for example, because we know the things that he needs, but at the same time, his main like materials that he needs, you need to have a Claymore or you need to have a Geo character, and we don't have none of them. So that might be terrible, especially to get them. So I might not do that, but it would be necessary to actually get the weekly boss materials at least a few times. So if I have time, maybe if I level up or all the talents for one character, then that's something we can actually try to use and do. We can try to include the new, I think it's Ashtaha, to the new roster and try to defeat it. But until then, anything could happen. It's going to be a long time. They're going to be long weeks and months until we actually level them up to 10, 10, 10. And especially because we don't only need to get them, we also need to get the books and also the ascension materials from the different enemies. And some of them are really, really stingy, so I hope, in theory, they are going to fix, I don't know if they fixed it already or they're going to fix it soon, that some of the enemies are going to drop more materials. I hope they do that soon, because that will be a really good boost, and it's going to make everything way much easier, but at the same time, I don't know which enemies are going to be changed, if it's going to be all of them or not, but we will see. So something I didn't mention here is that Arlecchino was among the electable players, so I wonder if I'm going to be able to do this with my Fatui only characters. That would be kind of fun to finally play as Arlecchino. That's something that we can actually hope for and see if that's going to be easier or not. I don't know if this quest in particular is available for those characters, because probably you need to be a certain level. I don't know if we're that level at this point, but at least we can try to see. So yeah, that's basically what's going to happen in Archons Only. There might be some boring patches. I know the last patch from, I think, 4.8 is going to be super boring for both Archons Only and Fatui Only, because there is no Archons or Fatuis in the rooster. So the things that we need to do is try to progress the story, maybe in this case reach to Sumeru. I don't want to do the super long story quest from Nahida. That's something, if I could skip it, I would skip it. And I'm probably not going to show much of it because it's all dialogues. I don't think there is much fighting until you have to defeat Scaramouche, so it's going to be kind of boring for me. So probably I need to like stay at home a whole weekend playing that and try to get over with it and try to continue with the different things, because I think that the Sumeru Desert would be really interesting to do. It might be a pain because a lot of times you need to use Pyro, and we don't have any Pyro here unless we get the new Archon. So maybe we should leave some things locked until we get the Pyro Archon, and then try to see if we can unlock it with it. So for the other things to come with this account, basically if we get a new Archon and a new element, that's going to unlock a lot of things. So I probably want to do that kind of like videos where we try to do as many puzzles or as many domains that we need these specific elements with the characters that we newly have, and see if that's going to be better or not. I think that's going to be a really fun content, trying to unlock what we're not able to unlock. Probably some of them are already unlocked, especially if we have to use an element that Venti could swirl, especially Pyro. But there are other ones that you actually need to do them simultaneously, or you have a time frame, or you need to do it in a specific sequence, and I'm not good with that, so probably having the Pyro Archon is going to be great. Also, it will all depend on the Pyro application of the Pyro Archon, because if it's not going to be infused with Pyro for longer, maybe you're not going to be able to do those challenges. So that's something you need to pay attention to, especially when the new Archon like abilities and everything shows up. Then that's going to be great for us. But if it's not going to be able to do much pyro, then I don't think it's going to be useful for these challenges, and it's something I need to be careful with that. I know that Zhongli is really good at applying Geo in a way with the pillars, and at some point I think you can put 2 pillars at the same time, so I think maybe that's a constellation. I don't know, but at least it's something that, that you can do, and it could be useful for different type of challenges, especially because you create a new construct and then that can be used to trigger also the other puzzles that you actually need to have, like 2 characters or 2 elements to actually pull it. So yeah, that's basically what's going to be fun, is how having 1 or 2 more Archons are going to improve our account, our explorability, our ability to do different challenges, and also having an extra 2 Archons then is going to change how we can behave in the Spiral Abyss. I think that's going to be awesome, because in theory we should go deeper and deeper with more characters, not only because we can do more damage, but also we can unlock new reactions or more sustainability. So yeah, that's going to be kind of fun to see. Okay, good, we are able to complete 2 of them, and there is only 1 more left, and that's going to be great for us. So unfortunately they make us use Geo but not Zhongli here, so we still stick to our own Archons and we cannot use anything else. So to spice things up, I actually did first now Nahida and Raiden Shogun, and second Venti and Furina. I think it's because of the enemies. So in this first half you can see that we have really big enemies, and basically Venti and Furina, what they work the best is when you have a lot of small enemies that you can group with Venti's ultimate, and then use Furina's minion to actually induce Hydro. And also because these Hydro enemies are here, and of course they're super weak to both Furina and Raiden Shogun and Nahida, because we can generate cores for the first time and we can use them to become Electro and try to trigger Hyper Blooms. That's basically one of the main reasons why I did this. I don't think anything else is. We need to try to avoid to get damage. And the other thing that I did in here is that you can choose to have a better or a stronger characters in here, or enemies, and that would increase your multiplier, so maybe you can hit those big numbers, you can get those big points in the challenge, and you can unlock more things. But I think in this case, going into a safe zone, try to defeat many enemies, and especially try not to be defeated, it's the main goal, because we cannot heal in this side. With Furina we can take our time and we can heal ourselves, but in here we're missing that capability. So if we can do a lot of damage before they can hit us, then that would be basically ideal. And that's mainly why I choose to have them under level. And we're getting silver medals, so it's not that bad. So maybe we can get the goals if we actually choose a stronger enemies, but I don't think it's worth the hassle. I think that we can play safely and try to get only the Primogems, because we don't care about the rest. At least for now. Maybe when we have a lot of Primogems, maybe we start wanting to get more of the different elements to level up characters, to level up weapons, to increase our talents, I don't know. But I feel like for now we don't have many goals in this account. As you can see, my only goals, I'm probably going to see some of it on the rest of the video, is to level up the talents, because all our weapons are max leveled and all our talents are max leveled. So then, unless we get a new thing, then this is going to be boring. Also, you saw that in my future past video, when we got Furina's weapon, we basically used a lot of I would say reagents or materials to level her up, her weapon. And although we don't have any other things to do, like, it was good to actually use them, because I was accumulating so many crystals. The other thing that's also accumulating a lot of things is the teapot. So by now I cannot get any more friendship, because they're all max friendship level. So then it's there, like, wasting its friendship, because I'm not going to increase the friendship of other characters that are not Archon. And unless we get new ones, that's something that we can actually aspire for the next one. So yeah, that's getting a little bit boring, I have to say, because all of our goals are getting accomplished. unless we get more weapons, unless we get more characters, or unless we get something new to do. For example, that new the new end of content event with the book and the witches and the tea house. That's something that we can actually think of having. And the problem with that is that you actually need to build more characters, and we don't have many characters built, we have only 4. So I might need to think if I should, and I would like to hear your opinion, if I should level up other characters to actually being able to reach the amount of level up characters that we can use, and then try to finish that and get at least, I think you get some Primogems, you can get some cosmetic things like some poses for your characters or some like weird effect when you run or things like that. So unless we have one Archon characters to be able to unlock for that, something are going to be useful. So that's something we need to pay attention. When are the Archons there? Also, when are the Archons running in that story? Because you need to have at least one Archon in the book to actually progress through it. Because the first, I think, yes, the first level you need to have an Archon from the characters that they give you, because you cannot use your own. So then that would be actually a requirement. So probably we're not going to be able to do all of them. We're going to be able to select which ones we can do depending on the number of characters, the characters available, and the elements that they allow you to use. So that's going to require a lot of thinking. So actually we can try to see if at least we can make one of them, and then try, I don't know how often they update, but then try to see how many of them we can do. So yeah, we're able to get all of them, at least 2 levels, or at least silver medals, but is what we need. We get the Primogems, that's the most important thing. And the other event is the music one. I'm probably going to do some short things in the future to show it, but we will see if it's necessary. So Nahida is the one with the lowest talent levels. Then we have Radiant Shogun, that I think we can upgrade her. This is 6, 10, 10, so the 2 of them are at the max level. And also Venti is the runner-up. So we can upgrade one of Furina's talents. That's going to cost a lot of gold, basically. And then we can do the last one from Radiant Shogun, and one more for Nahida. So let's start with the basic attacks. I think that's the way to go if we want to have her on field. We can upgrade finally Radiant Shogun to level 6, 10, 10. So it's the second one with 2 talents at level 10 as Nahida, as Furina. And we can do some also upgrades in Venti. So not for Nahida. So what you're going to see here is that we're going to try to do this different times. So this is not happening the same day. There are different days or different weeks, because we actually need to get more materials, more weekly materials to actually upgrade them. So now Furina is 8, 10, 10. Nahida, you're able to see that we got 2 of them. Some of them are being craftable, so 9, 10, 6. And I think with that, I'm going to be able to close the video, because I don't have anything to actually do unless we get a new week. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and share if you really like it. And I see you in the next one. Bye bye.